All right. Hey everybody, how's it going? Boomfang here. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the overhead light. Let's see. I don't know if there's much I can do about that except maybe put some light on the front to offset the light coming in. I'm not sure really about any of that. I'm not sure if it's really going to work for us. But hey, we're going to try it, right? We'll try and see if we can knock down some of that overhead glare by throwing some glare in the front, and then we got the extra glare off the dome. Put some more glare on top of here too. Hold on. All right. So now, got to kind of soundproof the room here because the wife's getting a little excited about her one game. All right. So, hey Bronx boys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Let me grab my glasses here. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to finish up just that last row, partial row of the last box. Dragon Fan Tim, what's going on? Your dome is blinding me. Haha, just kidding. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. I don't really have I don't know where my hat is. I have other hats, but they're old and all dusty, and so anyway. So if you guys saw my video live stream yesterday, you'd have seen that I picked up porch pickup, but it's from the same guy that I have dealt with in the past, Art, and he gave me first crack at this stuff that he had. A lot of really good stuff in there. Stuff that I'm going to end up putting in my eBay store. And we still have a little bit left to go through, and then we'll be done with it. It wasn't a whole bunch like I normally get for him, but I paid $150 for it and got some really good stuff. So we're going to finish looking them up. We're going to finish up these this stack of 1964 tops yet. And then we got a same about size stack of 65s, a little bit bigger stack of 66s, and a little bit bigger stack of 67s, real small stack of 68s, and a very large, 200 card stack of 69 tops. So let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? Move all this stuff out the way. And there we go. So we can get into the, let's see if we can adjust this over a little bit. Now, oh yeah, Dragon Fan Tim. It's a combination of where I live. I live in the northeast part of the country. Huge, dense population of people. So that puts stuff out there more frequently, and sometimes cheaply, sometimes maybe not. But anyway, so we're going to just flip through this real quick. See if we can bring this down so we can get a closer look at the cards. I am using my camera. If I can get it to just want to stay there, that would be really great. move the cards down to it. How's that? So I'll try to adjust these so that we can hopefully see them a little bit better without all the glare, but we're going to have to just kind of deal with it, I guess. Get the mouse out of the way. And again, the glare could be brought on because of this other light that I just put up. Probably. Whatever, there we go. All right, so that's a little bit better, but I actually have to put my whole shadow of my bulbous head in the way. But anyway, here we go. So I don't think there's going to be any big hitters here, but you never know. So let's just take this. We'll make me smaller. There we go. That way I can get a little comfortable here. There we go. I can be a little bit comfortable working straightish on. All right, so we got Bob Shaw of the Giants. Del Crandall. It's got some wax on it. Now, looks like there's another Del Crandall here because I saw that same little blue cutout. So there's a way to get wax off, and I don't know if you guys know about it. It's with a nylon stocking, right? And I've done that with many a card prior to putting it up in my eBay store to clean the wax off of them. So what I got here is just basically what this is it's not even a nylon. I used the nylon, and then I also have this is just a dress sock. And there you go. You can see the little bit of wax transferred over to the sock, and now it is gone from the card. But if the wife's got a nylon, use it. Or if you have a nylon, I'm not saying here nor there, but hey, there you go. So Del Crandall's. This is the better of the two. This is a really nice card. It's got like sharp corners and everything. It's not going to grade super high, but it would grade pretty good. So I'm going to sleeve it up. Now, if you guys weren't here yesterday, check out this Tom Seaver, 1971 Tom Seaver. Right? Centering's off top to bottom. A little bit of left to right maybe, but there's no chipping. There's nothing else wrong with this. It's got 4 sharp corners. Real nice back. And then this 1959 Topps Rookie All-Star, this Johnny Blanchard, is really nice condition card as well. It's a gray back, but very nice condition. That was from yesterday's stuff going through. How do you put all your cards on a spreadsheet so you know what you have? I don't. It's kind of up here, and I don't have everything memorized. But what I do is I kind of have a photographic memory, so I can tell you that if I'm trying to think. I may have a 64 binder started. They're all downstairs, and I can tell you by looking at that photograph that I've never seen that card before in my life until just now. If I've seen it, I have a hunch like, no, I've seen that card before. So it's not 100% photographic memory, but because I have gone places and then I'm like, ooh, do I have that one or not? Because I may have only looked at it once or twice, maybe once, and I'm not quite 100% sure. End up buying a duplicate. But for the most part, I just go off of what up here. I tried making a list. It never seems to work out. Like, when I forget it, when I take it to the card show and I'm like, crap, I don't have my list. And some people put it in the phone. I don't have it in my phone because there's too many cards for me to be tracking, to be laser focused on one thing. When you go to a show, you're like that predator fish, that barracuda, that shark in the school of fish. And the whole purpose of a school is to confuse the shark so that he can't stay focused on one fish, one card, 1 year. And that's what happens when I go to card shows. I buy what appeals to me, what catches my eye, and that's what I buy. Adam's Card Closet, how's it going? Donald Blumdahl, what's up? I'm like that with players' stats on the back of the cards. Okay. So yeah, you can remember that kind of stuff too. And like John Jabs knows all his rookie cards and all that stuff, right? He knows all the rookies. Me, I try to focus on error cards and stuff like that, variations and stuff like that too. So, I mean, everyone has their own little thing that maybe they like to think of as their specialty. Now, I'm sitting on this stool and it's not very comfortable. Hold the phone. Voila. Problem solved. Here's the pad that goes with it. Now my butt's going to feel better. All right. So this Ken McKenzie. Nice. Pretty nice card. It's got some wear on it, corner edge wear and stuff like that, but still. Jim Davenport's got some scuffing on the side. It's got maybe a little bit of wax or some kind of, as John Jabs would say, fecal matter on it. So we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it with this. Man, my face is so dark now. It's crazy. So we're going to hit it with this sock and see if that little piece of fecal matter will come off. It's pretty tough on there, but so you notice I'm doing it on the stack. I'm not doing it individual because number one, I got this mouse pad and it's going to possibly put an indentation on the card. So I don't want to damage the card anymore. And it did get rid of that fecal matter stain, but I ended up scuffing it. So you got to be careful. Like I hit it with my nails, and as soon as I get there, right there, see that two little scuffs right there? That was from my nail pressing on it. So you got to be careful. You're gonna screw up the card. Now that card's to me is no good. I'll put it up on my store and I'll take a picture of that so people can see it. But this Jose Pagan, man, it's just all like with so many of these cards, they're beat up too, and I really, these are the kind of cards I just throw away. You know what I mean? Like I have a friend who wants them and all that stuff, and he buys them off of me. But man, I don't like them at all. I don't want them in my collection, especially. But better, and then better off with comfort. Yes. But better. Okay. Here's another card like this guy. Huge crease right down through his face. Kind of ruins the card. This one's okay. And it's got decent corners on it. Okay centering. I'm not a centering guy. Too bad. Now, I wouldn't really like to have a whole bunch of these miscut cards like this either. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, give me 1 second, guys. Hang out here, stare at the cards. I'll be right back. Two things. I got to get ice for my drink. And I'm going to bring my binder up. It's the 64. 66. Okay, I'm back. Topped off the ice. And I got 2 binders I brought. 65 and 64. Kind of hard to see, but whoops, right there. So when I say, like, I'm pretty sure I've never seen that card before. Now I haven't studied that 64 binder all that much, but like this, Ken McKenzie. Here, we'll put him under here. Ken McKenzie. He is card number 297. Like I said, I hadn't seen that card till just now. So let's just see how correct I am. And looks like that's all the binder we're going to get a visual on. Let's bring it back this way. Yeah, so it doesn't come out far enough. Try one more thing. We'll move it up. Moving Mr. Mouse. We don't need you. Move the binder. Here. That's about the best we're going to get. Alright. And it was number 297. Oops. Nope, I was wrong. I do have them. But I didn't put this binder together myself. I bought a guy's collection, and yeah. So apparently I do have him. He's on the far end. Right there he is. So I do have him. And I actually have more than I thought I would have in this. There are some holes in this binder. But yeah, maybe we'll find another one. I see I need to replace checklists and stuff like that because I don't like ones that are marked off. These have check marks in, really light with pencil. Not what I want. So you can see I'm missing 5 on the first page of the league leader cards, stuff like that. All right, so let's go back. Get back to the cards. So Ken made a liar out of me right off the bat. Thanks, Ken. You're now on the crap list, all right? You're on the shit list. Thanks, Ken, making me look good. All right, camera down. All right, so here we go. Doug Camilli. Again, this card looks nice. Some of these cards will look like crap. Other ones look good. And I know I have this Felipe Alou. Gus Bell. Is that Buddy Bell's dad? Gus was on the disabled list. Milwaukee Braves. Hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. Played a lot with Cincinnati, New York, Milwaukee. Dodgers. Rookies. Don Clendenin with the Pirates. Sam Mealy. Got some corner wear on that one. Here's a checklist. That is got some wax. Got a couple marks on the back. The front was clean. The corners are rounded. But you can go with well, I'll just upgrade. The front is blank, but the back has literally got 6 marks. 6, and they're in pen. If you try erasing on them, it just leaves a white spot. Here's another checklist all wrinkled up and check marked up too. There's the back with some check marks on. 24 on the back of this one here in pencil, but the front, they literally just scratched right along the marks right there with their pencil. Johnny Blanchard, I have this one here. Ray Herbert. Juan Pizarro. Clyde Raymond. Bob Aspromonte with some creasing down there. Centering issues. Al Spangler. Bob Bruce. Got some dimples and some stuff going on down there. Walter Bond. Walt Bond. James Bond's cousin. His American cousin. It's got staple holes or something on the back. Those two holes kind of look like a staple. Not sure what that is too. That's something's embedded in the card there. There it goes. I got it off. This might be the same thing. Might be just something embedded and not staple holes. Because it came out, but there are indentations there now. Staple didn't go through and be right through his freaking face. Maybe on his cheekbone. But there they are. Kind of looks almost like something stapled. It's got a straight across connecting the two holes. Don Not Bart. If he's not Bart, who are you? Oh, you're Don. Okay. Jim Umbright. Got some stain there. Dave Justy. Played for the Pirates in the 70s. Won the World 72. Won the World Series. There's Tony Oliva rookie card. Very nice. And it's in really good shape. Got some spooge down there. Oh, it's got something right there too. I don't know if that's spooge or some kind of wrinkle. All right, check the chat. I'm twisting my words with the fun. Oh, purpose. Okay, gotcha. So let's just see, without any nails this time, just use the flat. No, that's something else. It's not wax. It's not coming off. Yeah, definitely not coming off. So that's some kind of stain. It's got some wear here. The wear on the camera looks worse than it does in real life, but it's there. That's the Tony Oliva rookie card. Mike Shannon and Harry Fennock rookie cards for the Cardinals. Bud Daly, Yankees. Cubs, John Bacabella, who later on played with the Expos. And Billy Cowan. Johnny Roseboro, got a crease right there, Johnny. Otherwise, it would have been a decent card. It's got a corner little dog earring going on down there. Don Elston. Maybe this is a guy that passed away. Remember I said something about a guy that passed away? This might be the guy that passed away and they had his photo mixed up with another Cub. I forget what year it was. It might have been 66. This is 64. I'll set that aside. I'm going to have to do my research on that again. I remember reading about it. Eddie Fisher. Got this guy, Chuck Estrada. Another Del Crandall. Third Del Crandall card. Oh, look at this. Nice Bobby Shantz. Well, I like Bobby. There we go. Put Bobby in a in the sleeve, protecting him up a little bit. How about Don Demeter? Again, it's got something on the back, but it came off a little bit. Wally Post, Harry Kraft, Albie Pearson, Roman Mijas. Sorry, I'm off the screen, guys. Jimmy Hall with the Rookie All-Star Cup trophy there. Gus Triandos for the Phillies with the Detroit Tigers uni on. Bob Sadowski with the Braves. Here you go. Here's a Sealing the Yanks Doom. World Series Game 4, LA 2, New York 1. In the World Series. Game 4 at Los Angeles. Final score was 2-1. Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers. That's right. Dodgers. There's another Dave DeBuscher. It's got some scrapes right there by his elbow. See him? Some roughage there. And it wasn't me this time. Oh, here's another one. LA takes third straight. That ain't good. That's game 3. So the Yankees win games 1, lose 2, 3, and 4, and that's all but over, I guess. It's a little diamond cut on the back. You can see thinner here, getting wider up here. Opposite here, really thin here, getting wide there. So it's a little diamond cut. Some people collect those cards. I do not. Wow, this guy's been through the bicycle spokes. You can see the creasing right down center field there. And then to top it off, they're like, we're going to chop you off at the corner too. And a little bit down here, and a little bit here, a little bit here. Tony Kubek, though. Oh, you can really see it on the back. Look at that. That baby was in a bicycle spoke and then some. The third series all messed up. Again, here's the first Hawk. Ken Harrelson was the original Hawk. I got this Eddie Lopat card. Dick Williams. So a lot of these we had seen in the other stack, but there's duplicates in here. Here's Jim Perry. Nice looking card. It's got a little dog earring down here and a little flip up on the top. Rico Cardi, rookie card, and Dick Kelly. Dean Chance. Young Aces, Jim Bouton and Al Downing. Very nice. 2 Yankees. Bud Daly again. Johnny Blanchard. Same Johnny Blanchard is here. Stan Williams, creased right down here, kind of reminiscent of the Tony Kubek card. Ralph Terry. Here's Danny Murtaugh and Bill Verdon, who would later become a manager in the major leagues. Alvin Dark, or they call him Al Dark here. Oh, there's Mr. Unibrow. Whoo! They didn't even try to hide that. You think they'd airbrush that out or something? It's like, holy cow, Wally. Man. Grooming. Come on, man. And the card's cut. Short to top, bottom, top, miscut. Choo Choo Coleman's got creasing and scratching going all the way across here, there. Bill White got a creasy thing going right there. Ryan Duran, that's not a bad card. That's a nice one. Really good shape. Kurt Flood, the guy who Every free agent in Major League Baseball should owe him some money because he was the first guy to test free agency and ended up getting blacklisted from the major leagues because he wanted to get paid more money instead of being a slave to one team. Someone colored on here with pen for some reason. Don't know why. Detroit. Kansas City Athletics, not Oakland. They were Kansas City. They were considered like the farm team for the Yankees because the Yankees would always send their older guys down there and just farm out all their young ball players. No more ink right here. Yeah, ink on the front. Here's one. 2 catchers. Angel backstops. Bob Rogers and Ed Sadowski. Cool. Not just one guy in his catcher gear, but 2 guys. There you go. Fritz Ackley and Don Buford. Jerry Grody and Larry Allen. Colt 45s. Hitting area, Veda Pinson and Dick Sisler. It's got some warpage in the card. Something going on with the back too. I'm not sure what that is. Here's Hank Bauer with a small crease right there. Can kind of see it. Small enough that it won't fit into my collection. Harvey Haddix. I don't know if that's mold or wax. I'm going to say it's wax buildup. But we're going to check you out there, Harvey. See if it comes off. Oh yeah, it's wax. There you go. The wax on the top is gone. Now the one around his eye socket. A little hard to see for you guys. Well, he's got some wax on his cheekbone there. We're going to take it off for him. Oh yeah, there it goes. A little bit over here by the brim of his hat. And on this border here. And there you go. That went from like a $1 card to a $5 card. Or more. Dave McNally with the Baltimore Orioles. Not the Boston Orioles. Here's Frank Malzone with the Red Sox. You think of Wilbur Wood, you think of the White Sox, but here he is as a Red Sox. 72, he was pitching for the White Sox. Tony Calignaro and Bill Spanswick. It's got a big, huge crease right there. That's a monster. Here he is. Hondo. Frank Howard. Big man. Big man. With a big crease right there. Hondo, what are we, like 6'9"? 6'7". 200 and... can we see that? Is it 55 pounds or 85? 55. 255 pounds. Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's built like a football player. Does have kind of a little hump in the card right there, but maybe some wax right there. Some Willie Davis action. Pretty nice card. Don't see much wrong with it. Little dent on the corner up there. Jim O'Donohue and George Williams. Kansas City Athletics rookie stars. This guy looks too happy. Bob Taylor is way too happy. And this is a pretty sturdy card. Willie Horton and Joe Sparma. Really rounded corners. Got some scratches on the card. And here's the first series checklist with Frank Robinson's image on it. all colored in. Yep, he had every card in that series. And then Series 4, oh, we had to take out Jim Beecham. Hurlers Beware were not checked in. Johnny Padres wasn't checked in. Jim Cott, right here. He didn't even have his card, but he had his checklist card. And a couple missing from the back. You can see he was filling in as he went. Changed pens to red. Put a little pencil in there. Blue ink. That clears out the balance of the 64 tops. Let's move into the 65s. Let me put this in the box. There we go. 65 is about same size stackage. Ed Roebuck, number 1, Sears and Roebuck family. No, I don't know. Off center a little bit. No, that's Dallas Green. So that's got some kind of gum stain or something right there. It's more than just wax. It's weird. You know how when gum sticks to cards over decades and it kind of bubbles it? That's kind of what this looks like, a bubble. Yeah, that ain't coming off. Dallas Green, yep. Well, Dallas Green, I think he's passed away a couple of years back now, but his granddaughter was on the flight, I believe, that crashed in the fields out in PA during the 9/11 attacks. His granddaughter was on that flight. Tony Oliva, someone decided to put his uniform number up here on his shoulder, and an asterisk 66 for some reason. Don't know. They put corrected stats down here at 576 and 1965. I don't know what's going on here. Why they managed to do that, I don't know. Some kid. That looked more like an adult did that. There's Ed Roebuck again. His twin brother just showed. Oh, they're triplets. Look at that. Ed is triplets. All right, we got Clay Dalrymple wearing catcher gear. John Herenstein. Here's Phillies rookies. Maury Stevens and Dave Bennett. 65 rookie stars. This guy looks like he had the Chipper Jones meat sweats going on before Chipper Jones had the meat sweats. To quote John Jabs. And it's got a lot of fading up there, so I don't know if it's been sitting somewhere in direct sunlight. I don't know. 2 cards here. That's why it felt a little thick. Here's 65 rookie stars, Tommy Agee and George Culver for the Indians. 65 pitching leaders, Dean Chance, Gary Peters, Wally Bunkner, Juan Pizarro, and Dick Wickersham. Not one Hall of Famer in the bunch. Where's the first Hall of Famer on the list? Not Boughton, not Lolich. Whitey Ford was like 17 wins. The top guy had 20. Then Jim Cott had 17. Roberts might have been Robin Roberts at this time in the American League for Baltimore with 13. Hoyt Wilhelm with 12. Wow, only like 4 Hall of Famers on the American League side. Louis Tiant. Yeah, they go all the way down to seven wins. So they covered a whole slew from 7 to 20 instead of like just the top 10. Johnny Briggs, Denny McLean, Jim Dufalo. Dufalo. Don't be such a Dufalo. Nice set to collect for sure. Hey, Jeff Nickel, what's going on? Some of these guys still TTM. That's good. Tony's second year, yeah. Jim Dixon, Aurelio Montague, or Montedego, Degudu, whatever. Juan Pizarro. He's definitely got wax. Let's see if we can get the sheen from the wax. You can see all that bubblage along here and along here. Got a huge wax thing going on the front of the card. Other than that, the card looks okay. Relatively speaking, okay. Let's see what we can do with... you already see what I got off right off the bat. I'll start with a new spot. It's heavy on here. All right, I think I got it all. There it is. No more wax. No more heavy bubblage. Very nice. Gary Arrigo. And you'll notice some of these cards have what it looks like just typing in here instead of like printed stuff. Sometimes they'll put traded stats and stuff like that in there on one card and not have it on another card for giving you variations. This is a checklist that's checked off with the red ink. Very faint, but I can see it from here, so it's a no-go. It's got blue ink and red ink, and bam, look at the back. Series 4. Got 1 on the front, 2 on the front. Got some marks and stuff like that. Corner creasing. And 3 on the back. Maybe 4. That may not be anything. That may be just a wax or something there. 7th series. All kinds of markage. All right. Eddie Sawyer. Manager card. The backs of manager cards are pretty neat. They got all cartoons, like not stats or anything like that, like the ball players got. That's not even for this year, though. What year is this for? Well, it is. Why has it got a different color back? That's telling me this is not from this year. It's a different year. They thought it was this year because of the pennants. But this is definitely not from this year. That's the previous year. Older. Much older. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, it's from a different year. That's 58, maybe? Nope, it's from right here. 60. right? Let's see. One card left. Yep. So it's from 1960 Topps. So you see the back. See the huge baseball, black baseball with the threads. There's the same baseball with the threads. So that's in the wrong year. Eddie Sawyer, you got to go back here, son. All right. Well, you're where you belong now. All right. We've got Ruben Amaro Sr. Oh, my God. The trails across here. Got a little one here. You got a huge one that goes across the whole thing. Like someone drugged something. You got a small one here. Kind of like my fingernail mark. Johnny Briggs. Ruben Amaro Sr. Tony Gonzalez. Not the football player. Cookie Rojas. John Herenstein again. Bo Belinsky as a Philadelphia Silly. Jackie Brandt. Red Sox. Rico Petrocelli and Jerry Stevenson. 10th inning triumph. Game 5, St. Louis 5, New York 2. Cardinals and the Yanks. Yeah, Cardinals win. The Cards celebrate. I've never seen this card before. It's pretty cool. Even though they beat my Yankees. They did have Bob Gibson. All right. Sterling Slaughter. The Cubs. Some team cards. All creased up, of course. Third place. Tell you what place they finished in 64. Cards take the opener. 9-5. Looks like Whitey Ford, number 16 on the hill there. Pitcher, Ford, yep. Had one at bat. Got a hit? No. Could be possible. Yeah, he had one hit. One at bat. He went 1 for 1. Whitey Ford went 1 for 1. There it is. Mel Stottlemyre wins game 2. Thank you, Mel. Chris Zachary for the Astros. No longer the Colt 45s. Just a year prior, they were the Colt 45s. 65 rookie stars for the Giants. Masanori Murakami and Dick Estelle. Never seen this card before. Angels rookie stars. Look at that. It's 3 guys. Phil Roof, Rudy May, and Marcelino Lopez. Now, I can't say if I have that in my binder or not because it's not a binder that I had built up either. But I'm just going to check it while I got it here because I've never seen that card before. 537, so it's a really nice high number. Again, you guys won't be able to see the whole binder. Oh yeah, a lot of these high numbers are just empty pages. Look at that. There's only one card in that page. One card on that page. Of course, it's the best card you could have, the Bob Gibson, right? But I'm missing the Whitey Ford, the Cepeda. I have the Mantle. It's in my Mantle cards, but I still marked it. Cepeda, Killebrew. It's number 400. Missing that one. Yeah, this binder needs a lot of work. And it's, again, number 537, so let's get to the chase. Lou Brock is 540. $538 is right here, this Detroit manager card. So 537 would go right here. And we put one in the binder, guys. Very nice. Very nice. And that's a pretty nice looking card. Okay. Moving on. We've got a guy that's loaded up with wax. Jackie Fisher. Got a lot of wax on it. See it right there? All the dots when I shadow it up. A lot of wax on this card. We'll try to wax on, wax off. Getting some. Getting some more. There you go. Got the wax off the top. Coming down the border of the card. Looks like a brand new card. Where'd all the wax go? It's gone. We got Johnny Callison. I'm going to back this up so I can get the whole card in there. There we go. Johnny Callison. And you guys are going to say, oh, there's a lot of Phillies in this. Well, it has to do with the area that I'm in. There's a lot of Phillies fans around here. So people were collecting these cards for their team sets or whatever. Gene Mock. Oh, look. 65 All-Star Manager etched into his chest. There you go. Look at that. 65 All-Star MGR. Just etched into him. And that's just not surface. That is, they scratched it in with their pen. That ain't coming out. Got Jim Bunning. Someone got hungry and bit the corner off there. Oh, Richie Allen. That's a nice looking card there. Does have a little ink thingy there. But you could live with that one. We're gonna sleeve up old Dick Allen right now. $460. That's a nice looking card. Frank Thomas, not the big hurt, it's the little hurt. That's a nice looking card too. Yeah. Back looks okay too. Bobby Wine. His son Robbie Wine that played baseball too. Art Mahaffey. There's that Tony Gonzalez, but this dude is all wrinkled up. You can see him all right there. Lots of wrinkles. Creasing. This Johnny Briggs got some kind of stain there. Something right there on his eyebrow. Bo Belinsky again. Gus Triandos. Tony Taylor. Ed Roebuck. A lot of Phillies. Alex Johnson. A lot of wax on Alex, and he's got a little, like, again, I'll call it a fingernail scratch because I've made one like that already today. So, yeah. John the Boozer. That's a nice looking card, condition-wise, too. Johnny Boozer. This one's got wax on it. Ray Culp. Dick Stewart in a Pirates uniform. Phillies banner, though. There's a nice Dallas green. Ray Herbert. Looking shocked. What? Me? I didn't do it. Who said I forwarded? Oh, he's lying. John Herenstein again. Ray Culp. A lot of Phillies. Dalrymple. Tony Taylor. Bobby Wine. Pat Corrales and Kostin Shockley. Cookie Rojas again. Hey, Harry Bright. Infield, outfield, and catcher. Utility guy. Boyer's Grand Slam in Game 4. St. Louis 4, New York 3. Kurt Belfry and John Miller. Hal Lanier. Here's leaders card, pitching leaders again. Same card as before. Same guys as before. Same outcome. Mike Cuellar with the Cardinals. Never knew he played for the Cardinals. But I'm not a stat guy. I don't look on the back of the cards. Dennis McLean again. Old Denny McLean. Sudden Sam McDowell. Rico Cardi. He was the first guy to ever get like 2 million votes in an All-Star election. Selection. Louis Tiant. Rick Wise, the guy who was traded for Steve Carlton. Straight up, 1-for-1. He was a better pitcher at the time, or perceived better. And look, Cal Kuntz pulling up the rear with the Cubbies. There's something going on with some ink. The blue ink, or the white ink, is missing there. So it's a partial white ink out. That does the 65s. We're going into the 66s now. First one off the bat on the top is Alex Johnson. Another Philly go figure. This Alex Johnson has the trade clause on the bottom, so that's a variation. There's variation with this trade clause and one without it. Has the trade clause on the bottom. Eddie Fisher, we've seen his name called quite a bit. Ray Sadecki. Mike Brumley. Fred Whitfield. Cookie Rojas. Ray Herbert. Gary Wagner. Ray Herbert again. Phil Lintz. Played Dalrymple. Bobby Wine. Robbie was his kid. 65 home run leaders. Willie Horton, Norm Cash, and Tony Colignero. Colavito was 5th. Killebrew was like 7th. Yaz was way down there with 20 home runs, though. Mantle was at 19 home runs for 66. ERA leaders. Strikeout leaders. Sudden Sam McDowell, Mickey Lolich, Danny McLean, moving on up, right? Working his way up to his 1968 31-win season. Adams Card Closet says, got to go Boomslang. Have a chipper day, everyone. All right. Thanks for stopping by. The Mets, Cleon Jones and Dick Selma. Boog Powell. Paul Blair. Dave McNally. Bob Aspromonte and Rusty Staub. Dick Schofield, his son played later on, and Hal Lanier. Smokey Burgess. Lee May with an E. Hal Rantliff. Or Raniff, I should say. Joe Nosek. Lou Johnson. Colored in checklist number 6. Colored in checklist number 2. Colored in checklist number 3. Colored in checklist number 4. We needed 1 and 5 yet. Ron Hunt with a ton of wax on the front. Tons of wax and some other spooge and embedded objects. Roy McMillan. Bill Wakefield. Dan Napoleon. Dennis Ribant. Ernie Bowman. Giving the old squinty eye. Probably because he's trying to look past all those cracks in his windshield there. Ron Santo, all blurred up, creased up. Wes Covington and Johnny Callison. Lee Thomas. Don Demeter, former Philly. And he bounced around. Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Detroit. Gene Freeze. Darryl Sutherland. Dave Moorhead or less. Dave McNally. Richie Allen. All kinds of ink running all over this card. It is like totally got way too much ink. It's practically blacking out his hat. Even though it's all creased up, it's like this gray ink kind of bled out all over his jersey. It looks white, but it's not. It's a dirty kind of, look at the tint down here on his pants. So it kind of was bleeding up over the card. Jim Bunning. Bunning again. Gene Mach. Mach Schnell. Orioles. Ed Barnowski and Ed Watt. Darnell Sutherland again. Chuck Hiller. Marcelino Lopez. George Altman. Jim Maloney. Frank Malzoni. Johnny Lewis and Clark Expedition with Jose Tartabull, Danny Tartabull's dad. Got some paper loss going up there. Got some stainage here on Nick Wilhite. And I don't know what's on his belt there. Something transferred over, or someone writing backwards or something. I don't know what happened there. Something bled over onto the card. Fada Pinson. There's Lopez again. Ken Harrelson. Bert Campaneris. Del Maxville. Ron Herbal. Billy Bryan. Fred Gladding. Rick Richard. Jim Gosger. Gary Peters. Ed Kirkpatrick. There's Jim McLaughlin and Ed Sukla. Bob Johnson. Don Schwall. Don Dennis. Chuck Hinton. George Burnett. Johnny Klippenstein. Whatever. Those two guys again. Hal Woodschick. Here's Jack Hyatt and Dick Estelle. Bob Locker. Al Stanek. Dennis Menke with a nice flat top, Dennis. Good job on that. Al Worthington. Lee May with an E. Jerry Lumpy, former Yankee. New York, Kansas City, Detroit. Mickey Stanley. Dalton Jones. Chris Zachary with a flat top. Billy Herman. Here's National League 1966 batting leaders. 2 Braves, 2 Alous, Matty Alou, Felipe Alou, and Rico Cari. Here's the winners celebrate World Series. Dodgers and the Orioles. George Smith, Felix Mantilla, and I don't know, someone tried to forge his signature along the thing there. Some kind of scribbly with ink or marker or something. Clay Dalrymple, Gary Wagner, Ray Culprit, Ray Herbert, John Hartenstein, Robbie Wine, Clay Dalrymple. That takes care of the 66s. Oh, yeah. 67s. I'm not going to call out everybody's name, guys. We're just going to go through them. That y'all look at them. This is a little bit bigger stack. There we go. Hey, Cat, what are you doing in here? 3 miscut cards right off the bat. That one's okay on the back-ish, but not okay on the front. Didn't even sign his first name, just signed his last name. Oh, no, there it is. Tito Fuentes. Okay. Just they ran it together. Looked like one word. Another miscut. There, Willie Stargell, Don Clendenin. Big crease. Rocky Colavito and Leon Wagner. There's Tito again with the flat top. Another miscut card. Boog Powell and Kurt Bleffery. Cleve Boyer. Tony Calignaro. Two White Sox. Bill Hepler. John Blue Moon Odom. Hole punch. Don't know what's going on there, but there you have it. Here's a Ron Santo card. Got a, not quite a crease, but it's got a fold, let's call it. A lot of scratches on Jake. Johnny Romano with a lot of paper loss. Water stain or something there, which would explain the paper loss. Cards being stuck together, more paper loss. Green ink on the back of that one. Dooley Womack. Joe Nuxall. Y'all know his claim to fame. Youngest person to ever play in a major league game. Choice cards and comics. Don't really see any vintage on eBay. Well, some of these are going to find their way on there. So, Joe Nuxall claimed to fame. He was 16 years old, pitching in the major leagues. In 1965, Joe led the National League with 5 shutouts. Joe struck out 4 batters in 1 inning. Well, a lot of guys have done that. You get a call, strike 3, but the catcher drops it. The guy runs to first base, gets on base. Hey, God is great. How's it going? And then you got to strike out the next guy. That's all. Still counts as a strikeout with an error on the catcher. Oh, Jim Cott. I can say I probably haven't seen this one before. But I don't have my 67. I got my 69 and 68 are up here. And my 59. Oh, my 66 is there. The rest are downstairs. So this is a nice looking card. I'm gonna have to. It's got a little corner issue here, but overall, I don't think I have it. So I am gonna just leave it up for later. Well, here's its twin brother. This one's just as good, if not better. It's got some little creasing there and that dog ear up there. Here's the Alou brothers and Rico Cardi card. Al Kaline, Hall of Famer, with Norm Cash, but it's got creases on it. You can see it through Norm's hat, and there's one on the elbow of Mr. Kaline right there. You can see a little bit. Hard to see, but it's there. Mo mows them down. 11 strikeouts. They got some pie in the eye. I don't know what's going on there. Mo mowing them down again. Johnny Padres looking okay. Got a big crease on the corner though down here. A little hard to see, but trust me, it's there. Davey Johnson. Jay Johnstone. Bob Veal. Gordy Coleman. Yankees rookie stars. Bill Robinson and Joe Verbanek. Davey Johnson with a huge crease along his letters there. You can see it just a little. You can see it really good there. Right across here. Charlie Lau. Oh my God, he's all creased up. Bing, bing, bing. Woody Held. John Miller's got a crease going right through there. Paul Blair. Crease in corners. Warpage from wet. Rocky got a big old crease through his freaking brim of his hat on the corner there. You guys can see it. Vic Razanovsky. Larry Jackson. Johnny Lewis. Davey Johnson all messed up. Richie Allen. Creased up. Allen and Callison. Allen and Callison, in case you didn't know, we're going to circle Johnny Callison for you so you know. They have Tim, apparently. Dick Wickersham. Darren Johnson. Came up as a Yankee. Tommy Hutton and Gene Michaels. Gene Michaels' nickname was the Vacuum. Or no, he was not the Vacuum. He was the Stick. They just call him Stick, I guess, because he was so skinny. This got some kind of, I don't know, lines across the front. I don't know if it's printing lines or what the heck that is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them going parallel like that. Big creasing going on here. Hard to see it, but take my word, it's there. Jay Johnstone creased up. Pitcher hole in it and gone. So, and a big lightning bolt right through his center of his forehead, down the bridge of his nose, and all the way through the L in Phillies. Just one giant crease. Oh, same guy owned this other card too, because he punched a hole in this one. And Joe Horner is the last one in there. 68. Get a drink, wet my whistle. Rick Wise, now with the Phillies. Or still with the Phillies. In 72, he'll be traded, or the end of 71. Johnny Briggs, that's a nice looking 68 tops. Very nice. I need 228-ish. 68. This is 280. 284. This is another binder that I bought off of a friend of mine who at the one time sold all his cards to me, and then started all over again, rebuilding sets. This is even in the same binder that he had them in. I didn't rebinder them. Come on. Gimbal, don't look at me. Don't look at me. And I'm upside down. Go down. Stop it. Just stop it, will ya? Well, I done messed it up. Not only is it upside down, but it's looking at me instead of down at the cards. There we go. A little better. See how it settles out. But anyway, so this is my 68 binder, and we're missing some cards, obviously. Get it to look out a little bit more. And you can see also if there's a variation, I mark how I mark them, so I know later on. It says on this card here, Jim Lomborg, Lomborg on back spelled right. So on this one is where it's spelled wrong. So, and this one's creased up, needs to be replaced. Yeah. Lomborg, B-E-R-G instead of B-O-R-G. So right there at the top, Lomborg should be Lomborg. But this one needs to be replaced. It's all creased up. All right, we're looking for card number 284. There's 250, Yaz. I have two manuals. They're in the manual box. 283 is right down here. Mel Queen is 283. I do not have 284 as an open hole. So, Johnny Briggs, welcome to the binder. Booyah Kasha. Look at that. We put one in 2 binders tonight. Not bad. I have to go through them all, but I wanted to get this kind of recap video, whatever you want to call it. Get it over with. Show that. You know, everyone can see the cards. Get back here. There we go. All right, let me get my chair back. Sit back down. And we can continue looking at the cards. We got Tony Taylor, Dick Hall, Tony Taylor, Larry Colton, and Dick Thronen, whatever. Tony Taylor, John Boozer, Larry Jackson. Here's team leader cards. National League pitching leaders. Here's Tommy Aaron, Hank Aaron's brother, with the whole blacked out Braves logo on top for some reason, but they left the jersey and that on there. Don't know why that's airbrushed. Coming up from the minor leagues. Here's the checklist number 5. It's got wax on it. 1X, 2X is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back. Juan Marichal, checklist number 2. Cardinals, National League. Hall of Famer, Hoyt Wilhelm. Boy, it looks like something rolled across there and put marks in the top there. You can see them, dimples. Tigers, got creases. Another Tony Taylor, but this one's got giant crease all the way across there. Creases all over Chuck Dobson's cards. Up here in the corner there's one. Down here there's 2. Frank Robinson with the same X's on this one. 2 front. 4 on the back. Ken McMullen. Horace Clark. Miscut. Creased up Eddie Stanky for the Cubs. Oh, Stanky. ERA leaders got a little crease up there. Little cut issue. There's Bob Gibson. Gibson hurls a shutout. World Series Game 4. Cardinals 6. Red Sox nothing. White Sox. I'm not sure what Sox they played. Boston. All creased up. Feel like it ran through the washing machine. Jake Gibbs. Really worn out on the face. Gil Hodges. Leo DeRocher, another Hall of Famer. And 68 was a small stack. Joe Horland, Gary Peters, 2 White Sox, and Indian, Sonny Siebert. And that's it for the 68s. Real small stack there. I don't believe I have any variants. Yeah, technical difficulties, you're right. This camera's not, Okay. Good news, guys. Last stack, but it's a big one. It's like close to 200 cards here. So let's roll with it. This guy looks all pissed off. Who are you? Rick Joseph, third base. Never heard of you. Don't worry, Mike Schmidt's going to come along in a couple years and put you out of a job anyway. Jerry Johnson. Got a big crease up here, though. Jerry. Can't see it on the back, but Johnny Boozer. Woody Fryman. Ferguson Jenkins, Bob Gibson, and lowly Bill Singer there. Bill Singer's got all the creases. Maury Wills. Bump Will's daddy. Now with the Expos. Walter Alston, Hall of Fame manager. Hey, more Hall of Famers. 3 of them on this card. And the front looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. The back's not all marked up. They didn't change anything on the back to make the stats more favorable. Dick Farrell. Will Ferrell's dad. You got the Johnny Boozer, the Clay Dalrymple. Got the Cookie Rojas again. Okay, there you go. Pissed off Rick Joseph. Johnny Callison. Jeff James. Jeff James again. Rich Reese. Sonny Jackson. Gary Peters. Bob Allison. 68 batting leaders. Yaz, Cater, and Oliva. Got some wrinkles on, or creases on the corner. Colton again, and Don Money this time, the Money Man. Not a bad card. Jerry Kinney and Len Bohammer, Yankees. Bernie Allen, Woody Fryman, Gary Wagner. Here's some Oakland Athletics. Reggie wasn't with the program yet. He may have been on the team, but he was not a star. Bert Campaneris was a star of the team. There's Danny Cater there. But when we go back and we look at the league leaders, they have Danny Cater in a Detroit. Detroit had those numbers up there. White Sox, I mean. No, but it says Oakland. Okay, so it says Oakland there, but he's in a White Sox uniform, airbrushed out the socks. Yeah, you can look, you can see socks going across, I think, diagonal. On the camera, you can see it. Yeah, they colored out the SOX. Okay. Because he's definitely right there with Oakland. Never seen this card before. I'm not saying it's not in the binder. But I'm going to set it aside for checking it later. That's 2 cards to check. There's old Ken Boyer with the Doyers. Not the Braves. The Doyers. Not the Cardinals. Because he played a bunch of years with the Cardinals. He went over to the Mets. And then Chicago for 2 years. Mets, 2 years Chicago. And first year with LA was 68. Tommy Hutton, who was a Philly. Here's Mike Cuellar, Dave McNally, Tom Phobos, Jim Harden, no Palmer. Palmer's rookie was 66, so yeah, he's not there yet. Jim Bunning, Pirates, but it's got a Philly uniform on. There's Bert Campaneris. Campy Campaneris. Leo DeRocher. Clyde King. Dalton Jones, all messed up. Tiger homers deck the Cardinals. Okay. Tiger 10-run inning ties the mark. Northrop hits a grand slammer. Luis Alcaraz. Clyde Raymond. Gene Alley. Larry Durker. Bob Moose. Nate Colbert, all happy and shit. Jake Gibbs. Ray Culp. Jim Campanis. Again. Bobby Claus. Santa Claus. Dan Combs. Bill Freehan. See if Detroit with the numbers on the sleeve right there. And the White Sox, I think, had the same numbers. Eddie Kranepool. Fred Lasher. Again, his sister. Mike Marshall. Carl Taylor. Never heard of you, Carl. Jim Fagosi. Jim Perry, brother to Gaylord. Joe Gibbon. Pete Ward. Ollie Brown, downtown Ollie Brown. Ron Fairley. Chuck Harrison, Ford. Jesus Alou. Walter Austin. Grant Mudcat Jackson. Ray Sadecki. Wilbur Wood, there he is with the White Sox, not the Red Sox. Again, the Philly starts with Don Money. Put them over there. All right, Bill Rigney. Jack Billingham, Bill Rigney. Joe Schultz. Joe, where's your hair, man? You got more than me. Oh, you're a manager. You're allowed to be bald. Okay. Jim Wynn, the Toy Cannon. Ted Underlander. Dennis Menke, all smiles. Fred Gladding with the birth control glasses on. Jay Johnstone without the cup holders for his drinks on his helmet this time. He will progress up to that. So pink crown or something was used on this card here. I don't know. Just all smeared pinky. Might have been part of the airbrushy works. I don't know what's going on there. Rich Nye, the science guy. Bob Humphreys. Tommy Helms. Pete Richard. Bob Burton. There's Danny Cater. Hank Aguirre. Jack Billingham. Russ Gibson. Tony Gonzalez. Juan Pizarro with the Red Sox, not the Pirates. Ken Berry, brother to Rick Berry. Ray Washburn. Bobby Bolin. Camilo Pascal. Dennis Higgins. Bob Miller. Dwayne Josephson. Ted Abernathy. Richie Scheinblum. Paul Casanova. Joe Sparma. Ted Abernathy. Chico Ruiz. Father to Carlos Ruiz. Larry Jaster. Julian Javier. Stan Javier's dad. And that's no joke, that's real. Tony Kalininger. Chris Canizaro. Kevin Collins. Ray Sadecki. Joe Nusick. John Bateman. not Batman. Jim Weaver, Jim McAndrew, Dale Maxwell, Andy Costco, later to become a manager. Johnny Roseborough with the Twins, not the Dodgers now. Paul Schall with the Royals. Wayne Coomer, Pilots. Bubba Morton. Dave Adlish. Phil Roof. Ivan Merrill. Dick Williams. Willie Horton. Ronald Reed. Jerry Stevenson. Bud Harrelson. We need the Twins one, the variation with the loop too big for the Twins. Clay Dalrymple. Don Pevlovich. Dave Boswell times 2. Jim Hanna. Hank Allen. J.C. Martin. Jim Lonborg. Mike Ferrero. Ron Taylor. Taylor Swift's uncle. Just kidding on that one. That was a stretch. Fred Gladding to be here with them glasses. Dave Moorhead. There's Roy White. Fred Talbot. Jose Vidal. Castro. Jerry Johnson. Ed Charles. Jim Brewer of your favorite beer. Tom Treshman. Ken Harrelson. Larry Haney. Rick Richard. Jim the Frenchman. Don Cardwell. Johnny Edwards. Orioles. Paul Shaw. Nate Oliver. Cookie Rojas showing all kinds of surface wear. Vic Rozanovsky. Jesus Alou. Bo Balinski. Roy White. Willie Davis. Tom Tresh. Bob Veal. Bill Robinson. Kurt Moten. Jim Hickman. Jack Billingham, all creased up. Dave Justy. Denver LeMaster. Bob Tillman. Al Weiss. Mike Kekich. Dick Simpson. Leo DeRocher. Tom Matchik. Veda Pinson. Roy Face. ERA leaders, Tiant, McDowell, and McNally. There's Denny McLean with some kind of pink inkage again. McDowell, McLean, and Tiant, strikeout leaders. Sparky Lyle, oh Sparky. The Ilya. Tommy Davis for the Pilots from Seattle. The Ilya again. Russ Gibson. Frank Lintz. Dave Justy. Bill Monbuquette. Don't know. That was stab in the dark. Don Pavlovich. Jim Perry. Strikeout leaders. Pitching leaders. ERA leaders. Home run leaders. Frank Howard Hondo. Willie Horton. And Ken Harrelson. Here's more of those Oakland Athletics Stars. Jim Cott, proper spelling for Cott. Elroy Face, or Roy Face. Jerry Kuzman. Norm Cash. Dave McNally. Johnny Padres. Marty Wiz. Rick Wise. Don Buford. Jim Perry. David Pinson. Dave Johnson. Bert Campaneris with some wax on it. Sporting News, like All Stars. Sam McDowell. Danny McLean. Willie Horton. Kurt Flood. Bill Freehan. Tommy Helms, Rick Monday, Hank Allen, Jim Britton, Wilbur Wood, Nelson Briles, Ken Suarez, Bill Rigney, Jim Weaver, doubled up, Bill Stoneman, Jim Andrews, Metz, Gary Gentry, and Amos Otis. Did not know Amos Otis came up as a Met, and that's a nice card. Does not look familiar. So we're going. Yep. Rich Rollins, Don Mincher, Lee May with an E, Fred Whitfield with some scratches, Tom Reynolds. McCarver's homer puts St. Louis ahead. 3-run blast gives Cards the lead. Guys, that's it. That's everything been gone through. Go back and watch the first video. We covered a whole lot of stuff there. And what I had here left for $150. Comment. Tell me what you think. Did I do okay? Or did I not? $150. I'm pretty sure I can make that back off of eBay with no problem. May take time, but no problem. All right. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I moved my mouse. There we go. Move my mouse. So we're going to do this. It's going to bring me all the way onto the screen. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. This is Boomslang signing out saying, peace, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. All right, guys. Thanks again. Don't forget, link in the description of my eBay store. If you want to go check it out, go ahead and do that. Boom's Card Warehouse. Thanks again, guys. Have a great rest of your week, too. By the way, don't forget about that.